It's your girl, JD. High Priestess. Back at it again with a general tarot reading for all signs. One card, one sign for the new moon in Libra 2020. Whoa. So, get comfortable. Timestamps will be in the description box. This week has been, ever since the full moon, granted I am an Aries sun, but ever since the full moon, lots of sleep, tired, laying down. And it's also a matter of getting comfortable with oneself, getting comfortable with the I am. That's the thing about Aries. Even like Aries women, they're typically not hyper feminine women. Like they make, shorts and sneakers and like leggings and all that stuff. Like they make that shit look good. Sportswear, gear wear, comfortable wear. So that was one thing that with this Aries Libra axis that we need to keep in mind, like the soldiering of love. And that's why I put my camo on. I was like soldier of love kind of vibes going on for this new moon, but it is a very introspective new moon. And granted, keep in mind with it being a new moon is also a dark moon. And don't get it twisted with Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, Mars retrograde in Aries. Luckily, Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter just went direct in Capricorn, but it's going to be a dark moon, especially because the new moon in Libra, it opposes Mars retrograde in Aries, and plus it squares Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn. So yeah. This is going to be the light and bubbly Libra new moon that we were all hoping for. I'm not here to say it's going to be a downer. I'm just saying it's like realist. It's not sugar-coated. It's not fluffy. It's not light and bubbly. That Scorpio lens is going to be making everything, that Mercury retrograde in Scorpio lens and like that little sprinkle along with this new moon and these aspects, that Mars opposition, the Pluto and Saturn square, it's gonna be intense, but intense because true balance is being restored. That's one. It's like we're taking all the lessons from that Aries full moon, and we're finding out how to put it in action when it comes to relating to other people. That's the thing. Aries is I, and Libra is we. It's me versus we. And all the me lessons applied to the we situations, be it platonic, professional, romantic, whatever it is. There are just new lessons to be learned, especially in ways to relating. Almost everybody that I know has like just gotten out of a relationship, just ended something, or they know somebody that's like getting out of a relationship. There's a lot of endings in relationships going on right now, and it's time to unpack what we've learned about ourselves. I am Aries, and it's time to apply it in real time with each other and with every, interaction, even child or adult interaction. With every human interaction, we're really supposed to take these lessons that we've learned about ourselves, what we need, what was holding us back, and now applying it in real time. Be it with this new moon comes new intentions on how to apply that energy to your interactions with people. This is not just, yes, Libra is the 7th house, it's relationships, romantic relationships, marriage, partner, all that stuff, but it's also just interacting. Excuse me. And so how you show up for people is really coming up. How people are showing up for you. Who feels like a real friend versus, you know, a fake friend versus someone that's going through a hard time versus like balancing your need for people versus your ability to self-soothe. Libra is cardinal air, so this is thought, word, and action. The spark of it, the beginning, something new. And so let's get into the messages. I love you guys. I'm so here for this. Aries. And the card Aries pulled is the Star. Yo, there's hope. Don't give up. There's been crazy, I mean, before the Star is the Tower, so it's like there has been upsetting situations, there have been things falling apart, things that you don't understand, commotion, interruptions, like fucking neighbor like interruptions. Also with the Star coming out, hope is really being restored. You are really being guided. You're really understanding the divine in a different way, communing with the divine in a different way, in a celebratory way. Like some of you really, this Libra new moon, it's really important to figure out your intentions today. Hopefully you've written your not hopefully, I mean, grown-ass person, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, but should you want to write intentions, today would be a great day to do it, and do them very future focused. This is dreaming big, thinking big, planning big. So go ahead and make your new moon intentions, like, go for it. Be fucking bold. Shoot for the stars. Shoot for the sky. There also may be someone with heavy Aquarius placements, or there may be someone with heavy Aquarius. I want to say Capricorn too, or water placements that are coming up to have fun, to celebrate with. But this is also a point where you're not looking in the past. This new moon brings this dark moon. It's like an eclipse almost of the past, like shadowing out, blacking out is what I feel. There's like a no more, a new cycle. Granted, this isn't the world, this is the Star, but there's a wish coming true. There's hope being restored. Faith is the evidence of things unseen, is what I just heard. And that you can feel the effects of the wind, but you can't see the wind. And that is an example of faith. The evidence of things unseen. Believing in that. Believing in yourself, restoration, being replenished, pouring back into yourself. That's what this feels. It's like some of you get the wish of being alone, I hear. The wish, so like, and you get to really balance being alone versus going out, having a good time, celebrating. Also, there are people I feel like coming into your life that that you've been wishing for. There's just a new type of communion that's taking place here. And it's really exciting, Aries. So, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising, you get some kind of wish coming up. Something that you've really been dreaming for, hoping for. So don't underestimate the small things. All right, Taurus. The Three of Cups. Some of you in this new moon in Libra are like, your vices are coming up. You also, I feel like some of you are in a really, really great place. There's like big shit popping. It's you're feeling good. Wishes coming true. You're feeling content. You may be planning some kind of celebration. There may be some kind of trip or like I know it's Taurus, maybe some of you are planning like a really big birthday trip. Maybe some of you are just really needing to have divine feminine connection, connecting with your divine, celebrating with your girls, like a girls trip, meeting your soul tribe. That's there could be new people that are coming in, you know, for this new moon in Libra, making your intention about togetherness, family, friendship, bonds. Cultivating a new emotional foundation for yourself. There could just be new, also just definitely new emotional connections coming in that are to be celebrated. I feel like don't forget to celebrate the small wins. That's something that's really important. Figuring out who's on your team. Some of you are having to turn away, like, turn away from really big personalities in your life. People that really, like, you made this person a star, you made this person the apple of your eye, you made this person your number one priority, and now you're really in a place of cultivating, I feel like, a new family, a new friend base, new things to celebrate, new creative endeavors, new gifts. Some of you also may be in a very generous place come this Libra new moon. But it's really important that you don't forget to have fun, that you take care of yourself. Also, some of you may be like indulging a bit. There may be something that you're celebrating or a party that's going on. Make sure that you don't get yourself you don't allow yourself to stay in any sticky, like third party, unrequited love kind of situations. It's really important that you focus on your creativity to get away from that. And the same thing actually goes for Gemini, who got Queen of Cups. There is something that I feel like you Geminis are turning your back on, but there is like a certain level of emotional maturity that's taking place here. Come this Libra new moon, this dark moon will bring up your gifts. It's important that you lean into your gifts, lean into communicating emotionally, lean into making sure that you are expressing yourself in a clear way, that you are, I feel like communicating maturely is a thing. Like you needing to make sure that you're not being passive aggressive, or that you're not being emotionally manipulative with your words. Also, some of you may be really, really focused on something, on an opportunity, on a project, or on a partner, and you may be hyper-focused. So just be aware of being hyper-focused on things, on possibly not, I mean, it's Libra, not balancing your energy to the right areas in your life, to the right people. There could be just people who should be getting more of your time, should be getting more of your attention. I also feel like your creative endeavors should get more of your time, should get more of your intentions. I feel like some of you are actually like good with music, good with like painting or crafting or singing, playing an instrument or something, and it's like you haven't done it. There is this moment, like make that an intention where you intend and you focus on making your craft a priority, making your passions a priority. a more emotionality, it needs to be here. That's the thing that's coming up. It's just like, it feels dry. And right now, of course, like Mercury is in retrograde. And I'm not saying you're pussy dry, nothing like that. I'm just saying that it's like dry as in you may be saying less. You may be needing to emote more, Gemini. So that's just something that is coming up. The need to emote more. Sage the house, clean your workspace, clear your workspace. I don't care if you gotta take some spray and spray your cubicle or whatever it is, but definitely like go ahead and have a douching of the house and the workspace, a spiritual douche. Because there is something that is really important that's focused, that you're good at, something that you need to be working on, Gemini, that gives you an opportunity to move differently. It gives you an opportunity to get out of a situation that you're in, that you don't need to be in anymore. Which leads me to Cancer. 6 of Swords. Cancer, this new moon in Libra brings movement. A release of restraint, I hear. It's been a long time. Shouldn't have left you. That a dope beat. Step 2. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. But for whoever that was, you're welcome. But Cancer, there's like there's something about taking what you need and leaving, taking what's precious to you and doing the work to move forward, to move on, to some of you may need to some of you Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising have a child, and you need to get your child out of a situation or out of a school. You're like needing to preserve the purity of a child or preserve the purity of a mindset or a way of thinking. Cancer, it's this new moon brings up an opportunity for a new way of thinking about an emotionally turbulent situation, or for how to, like, information coming in on how to get the shit out of a situation that just is causing turmoil, causing turbulence, just could be, an emotional roller coaster. But you making the move, you doing the cuts, making the cuts, you standing up for yourself, whatever it is you need to turn your back on, Cancer, whatever it is, it cultivates a new strength within yourself. That's just really time to rise. All right, Leo. Speaking of Leo, speaking of rising, Page of Wands, Leo. Some of you may be experiencing like your first Kundalini rising is something that just very specific. There is this influx of personal power that's rising up for you, Leo. A new relationship with yourself, a new relationship coming in. There may be just new conversations, new flirty messages. There may be a younger fire sign around. Some of you may have also a trip to the desert or a trip to the Red Rocks or something that's going in, that's coming up. Fuck, I feel like Cancer too. Cancer may have a trip to the Red Rocks coming up. But Leo, there's new personal power coming in. This new moon in Libra brings new opportunity for you to really figure out who you are, new humbling experiences. You really figuring out what you're made of. You really figuring out what your relationships are made of. Who's really there for you, who's not. Some of you may, I hear like, get knocked down a few pegs. Some of you may be really feeling lonely right now. And in that loneliness is an opportunity to really cultivate understanding about yourself. What you do to self-soothe, what you do to get yourself to the next level, to the next moment, getting how you deal with pain, how you your particular trauma responses. It's important that you ask yourself the hard questions come tomorrow, and figure out what it is that you can intend to change. What do you need to say? There also just may be new messages coming in regards to clarity, new messages coming into traveling or into moving, or just, I feel like you guys have the most social Libra new moon of everybody. You and Taurus. Hell, Leo, you may be talking to somebody with Taurus placement. Or want to be talking to somebody with Taurus placement. And you can reach out if you want to, Leo. If there's someone that you want to reach out to, but you like aren't reaching out to them, like, you can do it. They'll be nice to you, but I still feel like you're not going to get the result that you want. You're not going to get the response that you want from this person. So don't be a groupie. Keep it moving, as the great T.I. once said. Virgo. The Ace of Swords, baby. You got the power. You've got the intellect. You've got the insight. You guys are getting a big aha moment coming in. Big ideas. There may be conversations, new messages, lots of communicating, lots of ideas, lots of like just more appointments going on. Like, really, I need to organize. I need to really sit down and reconfigure your schedule. Some of you, I feel like, are also having like big business decisions that you need to really do your homework about. There are things coming in, insight coming in, ideas, conversations with random people. There may be somebody with heavy air placements, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements around you. There may be also another Virgo, I feel like, that you're just having really intense conversations with. And you guys need to, the truth is really important this Libra season. This Libra, for the rest of Libra season, for Virgos, the truth is really important. If it doesn't feel like the truth in your body, and you know that you're not crazy and you don't have some like weird like trust issue, trauma response going on that's like constant, something's off. It's not for everybody, and it's just like, don't be afraid to ask the questions. Some of you may be interested in investigating. There may just be legal situations going on, and you're just like, oh no, let me do your homework. Ask the questions, have the conversations, look it up, do the thing, be that person. But it's important that you really conserve your mental energy for yourself. Don't go like playing Captain Save-A-Ho for everybody. And also, I just feel like by way of the Almighty, there is information, there's insight, there's intuition, there's knowing coming in. Higher connection. You guys are able to articulate in a new way. I feel like of this Mercury retrograde in Scorpio period, the new moon in Libra grants you guys like the gift of gab in a different way. Like you're wittier than normal. Like you just really get to embody a lot of these Libran traits. And of all the signs, it feels like you guys are going to be able to communicate the best. I'm already struggling. I mean, my Mercury is already debilitated in Pisces, but like I already am stammering, like thinking slower, like that, but that's my connection to Mercury. So you guys, I feel like it's the opposite of it. It's just like you're thinking really clearly. You're speaking really clearly, able to really articulate yourselves in a different way. So when the information comes in, it's really important that you be fair and that you think and that you're objective, that you don't jump to conclusions. Wait till you have the facts. Really try to be level-headed. Say less, observe more. And also really watch your tone, watch you may have this propensity to be sharp for the rest of Libra season. So make that an intention to really like communicate softer. All right. Libra. Interesting, Libra. Justice, your own card coming up. You guys, this new moon really bringing you back into you. Hey, new moon, new me. Hey. Really feeling comfortable with yourself. That was one thing. That's why like I went ahead and just did this. Like I'm wearing boxers right now. I have a sweatshirt and a bandana on. And there's really this new level of comfort with yourself that's taking place. You understand with justice out, you guys have experienced some injustice. Something feels like some of you may feel like you've been wronged. There is information coming in where you just feel like you are hurt, you are stuck in the past, you feel sharp. Some of you guys just don't want to, you don't want to be fucking nice. You are tired of people pleasing, you are tired of biting your tongue. You guys just may really be fucking on one. Through the window, I can see the sun is setting. And it's just like, this Libra new moon brings justice, brings fair. I feel like some of you are in a way able to really detach from the past in a way that you've wanted to for a while. Really able to clear shit out, cleaning yourself out. Cleaning out your closet, cleaning out your nose. Stop doing so much coke. No, sorry. But Libra, yeah, you are finding a balance between work and home, like cultivating a new relationship with your words, with your sovereignty, with your sword, your power. I feel like for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, there's just information coming in. There's conversation, there's truth coming in. Definitely in regards to the past, that is helping you make the cuts, helping you close doors, helping you really, and also like don't fuck with your karma, Libra. Make sure that you Don't cross any lines. And if you're the one crossing lines, understand that your actions have really, really long-lasting consequences. And if you feel, and if you have been spoken to poorly or treated poorly, then understand that the universe is going to take care of it. But either way, stop trying to exert control. The cosmic jury is they're in the frickin' jury room doing the thing. So don't stress. That this is about this new moon is, your intention is you. Getting back to you. Your whole self. Figuring out who you are. Figuring out how you want to show up in the world. Figuring out how to balance your time, how to, what makes you feel balanced. What are the things that you can do to contribute to actually having the day that you want? Do you need to get up a little bit earlier? Do you need to make, and also Libra, there's a lot of big decisions coming for this new moon. Some of you may be like, I feel like some of you are breaking up. Some of you are getting divorced. Some of you are like, there's legal things going on, like conversations, dealing with insurance companies, dealing with claims, dealing with, maybe it's like changing your name, something of that nature. Just like the annoying, tedious, having to vote there may be something going on with your voting experience. I hear like whoever has Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, like you need to make sure you bring water when you go vote, you bring a chair, you pack a lunch, you pack snacks, you may be in the grass a while, you may be sitting a while. Just like prepare yourself properly for the voting process. Even if you don't believe in voting, this is like when you just need to have fucking faith and just do it. We need to get that motherfucker out of there. And it's just time to get back on your throne, Libra. And that's what this new moon is bringing in. You really needing to choose to get out of the past and choosing to get present. All right, I just want to check the phone. We good, Scorpio. 4 of Cups, honey. Y'all know how I feel about the 4 of Cups. You guys reminiscing a lot, huh? What you think about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising? I feel like some of you are feeling, this came up really randomly. Some of you are thinking about how someone played you in the past, or someone is juggling you or juggled you, or maybe you are juggling people. Also, it's really, really important, and Libra, Scorpio, this new moon in Libra really brings up the ways that I feel like you're squandering your energy. The ways that you are squandering your time or wasting your time are being presented. The ways that the things that are in your life that are contributing to dissatisfaction, the things that are in your life that are contributing to ungratefulness, indignance. Those things are coming up, and it's really important that you like double time, do the work to making cuts. It's like Libra, Scorpio. What was it? Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio are all making like cuts. There's like justice in action, big decisions in action. In Scorpio, there is like a very... You just may be feeling slighted, maybe feeling like, you know, you getting the shitty end of the stick in this situation. There's something coming up, or a situation or a circumstance that's around that you could very easily be like, oh, this shit always happens to me. Or you could really see the hidden opportunity that really is here. There is like a choosing of optimism, a choosing to see what is being given to you, a choice of seeing versus being in the past. There is a shifting of the past, a need for emotional stability that's taking place, that's coming up. Scorpio, no crying over spilt milk, no more, like, if you are in a situation where you're thinking about an old partner or an ex that cheated on you, or some kind of like fucked up third party situation, it's time to really use this new moon energy to set an intention to be done with this line of thinking. What can you be researching? What can you be reading? What can you be consuming that will help you be done with this mindset, being done with investigating the past? Maybe some of you are like, stuff, you're hearing about stuff in the past and you're wanting to look at it. Maybe too much social media. It's shit that you already know. It's just time to, with this newness that's coming up, it's like the gunk is coming up. It's coming out so that you can really get into a place of hustling in a different way. It's just time. It's time to get in the now, to get really present. And I also feel like spend as much time as you possibly can, possibly like even reciting your new moon intentions outside in the park. Even like on your lunch break, go outside, go to the park. You need to be sitting in nature, sitting under a tree, appreciating. You can really turn this energy around by expressing gratitude. Going outside and like, I think, you know, God, I'm so grateful for this tree. Look how beautiful this tree is. And thank you for this grass. This grass is so soft. Or thank you for the ability to sit down, to take a break. Thank you for this clean, fresh air. You know, whatever it is, it's really important that you get in a place of expressing gratitude so that you can change the message and the frequency that you're so that you can change what you're asking the universe for subconsciously. Do it by way of gratitude. All right, Sagittarius. Two of Pentacles. You guys been hustling, working, playing. And I feel like some of you have a decision about how you want to invest your money. There are some business decisions coming. There are business opportunities coming in, and these business opportunities may be like fucking with your emotional life, your love life. There may be an imbalance of, I feel like for some of you, it's like an imbalance of work. Like you're focusing on work more than you're focusing on, like you're giving more energy to work than you are to everything else. For other people, for like other Sag, Sun, Moon, and Rising, it's like focusing on material things. Like you guys may be acting a little thoughty. You may be acting a little, I don't mean that, I'm sorry. but it's like materialistic is a thing. And that's not all of you. That's just like some of you may be really valuing materialistic possessions, making money to get material possessions, making money so that you can like really be bold and be like on your own dime, on your own time, on your own watch, on your own clock. Like there is a really big need to make sure that you put as much energy into the people that are trying to invest in you and support you as you do like your financial situation, your financial pursuits. Also, some of you may be just really worried about money, and so there's a need for like multiple streams of income. Like I feel like some of you are overly working and some of you aren't working hard enough. Some of you need to be like really, really hustling and making money. Not making money, like doing work, like creating inventory, doing more of the work, whatever it is that you do. You need to be really focusing on spending your money wisely, investing your money like wisely. There's a choice in regards to money, a choice in regards to energy and time, and how you invest your energy, time, or money. And it's like once you figure out a balance in your emotional life, in your love life, the business calms down, and then vice versa. Like if you're just putting all of it in one area, it's just creating a more tumultuous situation than necessary. But those of you who are in that group of like being like just wanting really materialistic things, want like money being your priority right now, you will start to notice the more that you get the money, the more that you start to get the material things, the more that you focus energy in manifesting that material 3D wealth or abundance, the more you're going to notice your emotional life starts to kind of like get chaotic. So just let that be a thing, like pull back as far as what you're choosing to, what you're investing in. Pull back as far as what choices you're making with your time and your money. Like really examine that. All right, Capricorn. The Knight of Wands. You guys are really wanting to make bold decisions, bold moves, and being impulsive, being spontaneous. This moon does square you guys. It squares Saturn. And I feel like there's ignition, there's passion, there's insight, there's energy, an influx of energy that comes in. There's really just youthful energy here, but also there can be kind of like fuckboy energy that goes on here too. So if there's somebody that's like in and out of your life quickly, that may just be something that really comes to a head this Libra new moon. Whether you want to continue like perpetuate that connection or that activity or that behavior from another person or from yourself. Is this how you want to behave? Is this how you want to be treated? How do you like that is something that is coming up. Also, some of you are dealing with like multiple partners too. Like, do you want to juggle multiple partners? Do you want to be juggled? Like, are you okay with being open? Are you okay? That's just something that's coming up. Those are conversations that are being had. Some of you are definitely feeling inclined to like go more towards the fast lane and just being a little bit reckless, it seems like, before the summer. So just really watch that energy, that influx of youthful energy. Make sure that you use this desire to do something bold to really like make something worthwhile. Don't just waste it on conquests. This is very, Nine of Wands is very like conquest. They love the fight just for the fight. Some of you may be feeling like you were a conquest, or you have someone that you want to conquest. There can be a little bit of deceit with this card, so just make sure that you are being truthful and honest. Even if you are wanting to, some of you may be in relationships where you're wanting to open things up, or you're wanting to try things new, and it's really important that you communicate that. Like, this is what I want to do. So this is what we doing. Oof. Aquarius. Aquarius, you guys were the only one to get a reversal. Yeah. Six of Cups reversed. Some of you may have maybe issues with a water sign, maybe a Scorpio around, Cancer, Pisces. An end of a relationship. For some of you, it feels like an end of a love. And there may be issues going on with kids. Some of you may be having custody issues. Some of you, maybe your kids are really important right now. Your kids may not be feeling well, or may not be having an easy time in school, or having an easy time with like the new system. So those of you with Aquarius placements that are around children, the children really need to be a priority right now. That's something that's coming up strong. Also, I feel like some of you may not even, like, these may not even be your kids. It's like, it's not even my kid, but like the parent themselves is like not doing all that you're doing. Some of you may be like really, really taking care of someone else's kid. Or you're hearing that from someone, that they may be like you're leaving them at the babysitter too long, or they're like, you're the babysitter and like you feel taken advantage of, possibly. There's a need to reconnect, or there's a need for some of you to communicate about children, to really reconnect with your children, to check on who your children are idolizing also, if that's a thing that's happening. It's just really important that you tune in with your kid. Ooh, I just got pricked. Also, I feel like some of your kids, some of you, this is really specific. Some of you may have children or encounter children around you that are having like, it's like the answer is a nerve issue. Like something is wrong, they're not feeling good, and the answer is a nerve issue. Also, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, receiving, giving and receiving is something that's coming up. There may be just an imbalance in how reciprocal or equal your relationships are. Are you receiving the mutuality that you want? Is it really like give and take? Is this really symbiotic? Are there, parasitic relationships in your life that are like cloaked as like a twin flame, or like, sorry, I don't mean to belittle your pain or anything like that, but it's just like a lot of people are out here calling freaking seasonal people their soulmate, and it's like, just make sure. Some of you are realizing like, yeah, there's a really big lesson I need to get from this person, but that lesson is not marriage and kids and like our lifetime together. Some of you, it feels like a disconnection with a soulmate. Maybe they have heavy fire placements. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn. Maybe a Capricorn. I didn't mean to say Capricorn. I'm going to say Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They may have Capricorn placements too. And when I say heavy, I mean sun, moon, or rising, Venus. But Aquarius, this feels confusing, but intense and important, that you pay attention to, you know, whichever message that I just gave for you guys that resonates. It's important that this gets focus. Also, some of you are working with kids. You may have a kid that really gets sick or that passes away, or you may be noticing like mistreatment of children. I feel like, this is specific, but like, I feel like some of you, like maybe you work at like a kid, like a juvenile detention thing, or like someone's going to juvenile detention, or some maybe criminal background coming up from the past. Okay, this is too specific. We're going too deep. Okay. Whatever issues from the childhood is coming up. There's something about issues from the childhood, giving and receiving, that are really being highlighted, and for you to change, for you to make new intentions about this new moon. All right, I love you. Pisces. The Queen of Wands. Pisces. You have the very, like, I not like a very short window, but it's like there is a window for you to really, really step up. It's like you are at a place where you really want it. You need to be making bold moves. Your season is, quickly approaching. Things are getting colder. It's gonna, it's just what you love. So look to the future. How can you really some of you need to be monetizing a hobby. Some of you are entrepreneurs, are going to be launching a new business. There may be a fire sign coming in your life that has a lot of new ideas, or you need to give your ideas to them. Like there's a collaboration, possibly. Also, some of you like are worried about a cat. There may be, some of you may get a new cat. Some of you may find a cat that you can rescue, but like you're not supposed to keep the cat. Like it's not meant to be yours. That's very specific for somebody. But also, Pisces, it's really important that you enjoy the last little bit of summer while you can, really getting outside, really getting, and some of you guys may be in a different hemisphere, so it's just like whatever little bit of the season that is, you know, dissipating, it's important that you get outside and you really enjoy it, that you get active. Some of you may be feeling popular. Some of you may be just, you know, feeling really warm, a rise of sexuality, feeling like yourself again, like feeling just more confident, an air of confidence coming over you. But come with this new moon in Libra, Pisces, there is this knowing, this understanding of the plan, knowing what needs to be done, like finding your way of cultivating the energy to get that shit done. How do you need to balance things? Do you need to create a schedule of like playtime versus like getting shit done time? And if you do that, there will be success in the future, for sure. All right, now collectively, bottom of the deck, King of Swords. So we really are becoming new masters of ourselves, new masters of our words, of our intentions. It's important that you create some intentions around this new moon. It doesn't have to be tonight or tomorrow. It's important that you acknowledge what needs to shift, what needs to level up. You also need to acknowledge where you're being sharp, where you're being too rigid, where you're being too harsh. And then the squirrel spirit, where you need to save, where you need to believe in yourself, really having faith to leap, to fly, not, this feels like very Four of Pentacles, like what you need, what self-limiting beliefs you need to really release in order to have more faith in your strength, having more faith in the divine, infinite resources that you have access to. Some of you guys are spending fearfully, and that absolutely makes sense, but it's really important time to figure out what it is you believe in. Because sure, it makes sense, it's logical. No one knows what the fuck is happening, what's going on with this year. Hell, like cash may not even be a thing in a couple of years. It's just like, are you going to be scared about it? What is inside of you, or what God of your understanding can lead you to have faith that you can take care of yourself, that you have access to the resources that you need. But it's going to take some belief. And it taking some belief, and if we're in the place of changing beliefs, we really have to start changing our thoughts, changing our words, becoming masters and good stewards of our word. Don't say shit you don't mean. Don't think shit that you don't truly believe. Especially don't confess with your mouth stuff that you don't want to see happen, that you don't want to come to life. It's hard. Luckily, I think I got really, really lucky that my Scorpio mother was like checking me at like 7, like, hey, no, you can't say that. Don't say those words. Don't let that come out of your mouth. So let me be the person that says it to you if you haven't already heard it. It's really important that you get very intentional about what comes out of your mouth, because your words are growing in power. All of ours are. There is such a big shift coming. And so we have to, and bottom after that is the 8 of Pentacles. So it's just like, don't fret about work. It's just like, work smarter, not harder. It's really time to save, to cultivate, to make a plan, to get organized. Because this is how you generate balance for yourself. Getting organized, knowing where everything is, knowing where you need to be, knowing what you need to strive for is how you cultivate balance, so that you can, when you're done doing those things in the day, you can go home and chill. You can take care of yourself. You're going to have that glass of wine. Libra style, have that glass of wine in the garden. In the aquarium. In the villa. All right. I love you. We got this. You got this. But either way, we gonna get this work.